lets people spend the night at a murder house with no security there? The security is so bad that even the murderers had the code to the house before they got there.
Yeah, it seemed like it's like I guess an Airbnb sort of, attraction sort of thing. My only problem with it, I was like, well, if they were going to make something like this, usually it'd be cheesier. Like they put a lot more stuff around, just like overly reminding you of what it is.
But I guess this person who runs Airbnb take money from anybody because Ghostface booked it before they double booked. Ghostface booked the place and they were like, okay. they let these other people in there and Ghostface, he did his thing. Shit, I paid for it. I'm a
serial killer timeshare.
Yeah. I'm going to be back at the Broadway Comedy Club. That's going to be Friday, April 17th. Get your tickets at doubletoastedny.com or go to doubletoasted.com. Well, that last scream was so scary, boy. It chased off Jen Ortega and Melissa Barrera. So scared they ain't even coming back. Also, the Jews said, yeah, you got to go. Yeah, they are not back. But because they're not back, they say, you know what? That gives us a chance to go real old school with it. That gives us a chance to bring back old Sydney, Nev Campbell. You know,
the face of Scream.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You want to say the face of Scream? I just see her.
That painter.
Look like that. Yeah, that painter. Yeah, you know, before they said, bitch, we ain't paying you no money. We got these young chicks over here. And then they start talking about Palestine and everything. And they said, you know, we might have
actually, maybe you mind coming back.
Yeah, you know.
And now we got this extra money in the budget. So
yeah, please, would you mind coming back? And she was like, well, all right. Since you asked nicely and you put a little extra money in the pot. Yeah, I'll come back. I'll do y'all a favor.
And I don't have to share the spotlight with those young.
Oh, but that is what's happening right here. But hey, you know, one of them young bitches, as you say, Martin, is her daughter. How dare you talk about her like that? And yeah, she has a daughter. And now, of course, hey, wherever Sydney is, Ghostface follows. And now that she's got a family, now she's got a daughter, Ghostface is like, ooh, you know what? That's more fun for me. Get to take out the whole family now.
We can start this all over again.
Yeah, exactly. But of course, there's the whole thing of this being number 7. I mean, how long are we gonna keep screaming? Yeah. I mean, you know, that's a long time to carry that note right there. Yeah, folks, it's one thing to have some of the original people back because there's some other people who are returning. We'll talk about that. Some people don't think we're spoiling anything, but it's out now. People heard about it. We'll talk about some of these other appearances, some of these other OG Scream people that are up in here. But also, you know, you have this whole thing where we just dropped a complete storyline. It's something that was promised to be a big deal later on. Is not happening now. So,
was it?
I don't know.
Yes. What was it? 5 and 6 were like setting up to be like a big trilogy. Like 7 was supposed to be the end of this story. It was a big arc.
Well, there you go. That arc was disrupted. And now we're just picking up with something new right here without finishing that last thing. I mean, this cannot be good, right? Or, hey, look, some people say Scream has a formula that is foolproof. You know, it don't matter what they change, as long as that.
And you the fool.
Yeah, this is the proof. This is the proof right here. As long as that face of the ghost is up in there, hey, that's all anybody wants to see. They want to see the ghost face, and they want to see the face taken off at the end to see who it is or who they are. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for. You've seen it already, but we're gonna go at it again. This trailer for the latest entry in the franchise, Scream 7. Who's there?
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
She's like Roger Rabbit.
He's dead. You need to make sure you shoot him in the head.
I want to be a fighter like you. No, you don't. You ain't ready for
Then
that.
blow that fool's head off.
Yeah.
I said I want to fight, not shoot. If somebody's after you, I don't give what's going on. I don't care if you've never killed anybody in your life. If somebody's trying to kill you, you're going to blow their brains out. Unless you stupid.
Especially after you've shot him 3 times.
Yeah. I don't know if I can do this. Bitch, you want to live?
Kind of already did it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn it all down.
Mother!
Yeah, I know killing someone is hard. You know what else is hard? Trying to kill me. I'm not gonna make it easy for you.
Right. Yeah, I get taking a life is like, that's a psychological thing, unless they've just been trying to kill you all night.
Yeah.
It's like, like, even if you're like, I don't want to take a life, but I want this shit to end.
Yeah, believe me. Look, I understand. I cannot pull the trigger on somebody unless you chasing me with a knife, and I got a gun. Oh, you goddamn right. We about to get Resident Evil up in this bitch. Blow your brains all off. Yeah, I want to live. I ain't stupid. I'm talking harshly about this right now, and I've seen the bad reviews on this. Everybody's heard that this is the worst reviewed Scream out of all of them, even though it did crazy money this weekend. But, and I've seen the low scores. I've seen even people sending me messages about the movie. And I'm going to tell you, at this moment right now, my feelings on this is that I didn't feel like it was terrible for myself. It was very watered down, and it misses the point of what originally made those Scream movies special, the first 1 or 2. That statement on horror movies that they did with the meta commentary and the humor. It wasn't just clever, man. It was very smart.
Sure.
But it wasn't that kind of smart where it was nerding out, geeking out, was doing things that went over people's head. No, they made sure to be very smart and appeal to those horror fans and cinephiles out there, but it was still a great crowd pleaser.
Right. But going that meta route, how often can you pull that trick? Because I feel like even with a bunch of the sequels, it's like, yeah, y'all lost the thread too.
No, that is not sustainable.
Yeah.
That is not, no. I mean, you cannot sustain that across several movies. I never say never, but I mean, in Hollywood, no. At one point, Hollywood's going to be like, get on out with that smart shit.
Yeah.
We got to get this out.
We got to find an angle. Put your angle down.
Yeah.
Just get out there. Make us some goddamn money.
Yeah, I'm going to deal with you nerds right now. Give me my money.
Yeah, here's your angle. It's in the number 7. Now go shoot that shit.
Yeah, Hollywood. At one point, Hollywood is not going to care. They are not going to be sitting around waiting for your bright idea or to show you how much you know about horror movies. No, I know about my money. Go get it. They're not even meant because at this point right now, they're not even waiting for a hint of a clever story. They don't give a damn what that first movie did. They said, all we know is that we got to get this done now. Because if we go too long, we risk people losing interest in this franchise. We're trying to strike while it's hot. They're not waiting for the smallest hint of a clever story. They are just taking the bare bones of that tired formula, rinsing them bones off, and using them to make money over and over again.
And this one ain't the first one.
No,
where they've done that.
No, it's not.
With those replica ass bones.
Yeah. They are clearly playing it safe with this, man. We got the original people back. Kevin Williamson directed this, and he co-wrote it. Yeah, we got the original people back who really understood. I mean, they created it. They're the ones that made it special. But right now, I guess everybody's in it for the money, and everybody's, they're given a rush job, get it done, because, they're clearly playing it safe after Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, after Melissa Barrera was fired and Jenna Ortega left, she says, because of scheduling problems. And listen, knowing this, that they are just rehashing this formula over and over again, just taking all the flavor out of it. I even then I wasn't being harsh, because this whole thing is way past ridiculous now, and I'm trying to be a good guy here. If the fans like this ridiculous shit, then I'm cool with it. Because y'all the ones that this is being y'all the ones who that this is being marketed towards. This is being made for you, the hardcore people out there. Even in its basic form, I think that, hey, if it's an entertaining horror film, I'll happily take that. I'm not asking for a whole lot at this point. We had number 7.
Right. Right.
So having seen the bad reviews and everything, I found that I was okay with the movie. I don't know if I was at peace with it, but I was all right. I didn't think it was terrible. I thought, all right, you know what? I'm not bored with it because it kind of moves well. It held my interest for many different reasons. And I think the movie started terrible.
The opening sequence? Yeah. The opening thing?
Oh, you didn't like the cold open?
Man, no. Listen, I didn't like that dude.
Oh, I love that actor.
Yeah, I like that actor.
I like that
He
actor.
always plays like a dumbass bro.
Oh, yeah. No, I like the actor. The character he played, I was like, look, man, you're getting on my nerves right now because he's in a bigger dumbass situation. What's that actor's name?
Jimmy Tato, I think.
Jimmy Tato. Okay, no, the actor's fine. I have no problem with him. I just think that they're trying to come in and recreate the meta nature of the series, and y'all going in half-ass with it anyway. You're not going in with a full heart here. So, I didn't like this guy. He brings his girlfriend into the Macker house. Stu Macker, his house where everybody was murdered and everything, and she must be with him because either for his looks or he got a big dick or something, because he's one of those annoying horror fans. And one of those know-it-all fans, too. I was looking at you with a smirk. You didn't know that shit? No, nobody knew that shit. And then he forces her to come to the house, brings her there to stay when she clearly said that she didn't want to, that she don't want to be there. But worse, he plays too goddamn much.
He does.
Yeah, he plays too much, man. And
after her saying, I don't want to be here, but okay, for you, I'm going to try to have fun with this.
Boy, she was being sweet. And then he came out the damn jokes. I ain't going to tell you what happens. You probably guess what happens, but he's playing way too much. And also, who lets people spend the night at a murder house with no security there? The security is so bad that even the murderers had the code to the house before they got there.
Yeah, it seemed like it's like an Airbnb sort of attraction sort of thing. My only problem with it, I was like, well, if they were going to make something like this, usually it'd be cheesier. Like they put a lot more stuff around, just like overly reminding you of what it is.
But I guess this person who runs Airbnb take money from anybody because Ghostface booked it before they double booked. Ghostface booked the place and they were like, okay. they let these other people in there and Ghostface, he did his thing. Shit, I paid for it. I'm a
serial killer timeshare.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
double booked this house.
Maybe Ghostface bought it before they got there. Like it was his house.
Whoever's renting his house out, they're irresponsible and greedy. Double booked with Ghostface, man. I'll be right there.
So Face is your last name, I take it?
I don't like these people, or I don't like that guy. But it was still kind of a fun scene. And listen, it's going to be about as close as you get to the meta nature of the original movie than the rest of this film.
Let me ask you guys something real quick before you go forward. Did this opening scene, did it tie into the rest of the movie? Because I didn't really see a connection with the rest of the movie, but maybe it did and I didn't know.
No, I don't think it did.
Okay.
There's one line where Gale Weathers acknowledges it.
Oh, okay.
But they blow it off.
Yeah.
You could tell that this is a rush script because they do something major in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And no one talks about it.
Right.
I don't want to tell you what happens, but they think they show in the trailer, but something major happens with that house. Something that all these characters should be talking about who experienced that house and nobody mentions it at all. Okay,
so maybe this whole cold opening was shot after everything else.
It could have been. It could have been. Like that. It could have been set up for, the last movie when they was originally going to keep those two actresses, man. Who knows, man? But that was my freebie with the movie right there. After that, I said, you know what? I'm all right with these characters. I thought I was going to dislike everybody. Because a horror movie starts out like that. I'm like, well, everybody's going to get on my goddamn nerves now. And you know what? I felt like I wasn't annoyed by anyone. Like Neve Campbell, man. Neve Campbell, I thought that she was actually really good in the movie, man.
I thought she was surprisingly good. Like, she was really in it. Like, like she's Sydney.
Yeah, no.
And even with her not being in the last one, she didn't come in with an attitude. She really played that character. Like she was the glue in all of this.
Man, she committed.
Mm-hmm.
She picked up that character right wherever it left off. I thought Neve Campbell was very good in the film.
I agree.
Yeah. And listen, I thought that the relationship between her and her daughter, Tatum, who's played by Isabel May, I thought that relationship with them was done well. She wasn't a bratty teenage girl.
Yeah,
because she's clearly
she was.
Maybe because she's 25 years older than me. She's clearly not a teenager at all. So
no. That was one thing. I was like, boy, they always write these teenagers where to be bratty and don't get along with their parents and don't want to do what they're told.
See, I didn't see that. Again, I'm not telling anybody else not to see that, but I thought that Tatum was clearly trying to communicate with her mom. And her mom clearly does not want to talk about her traumatizing past. So it was understandably frustrating, I felt, for both of them. And for me, I understood where it was coming from. Because she wasn't like, Mom, I hate you. No, she was actually, she didn't.
Not you, but a lot of real whining and wanting to slam doors and shit and storm off.
She did that at first, and then her mom would come in, and then she'd try to connect with her because she'd say, she would actually end on like, okay, let me be nice, and then she would try to connect with her mom. She's like, because her mom would say, it's not. Oh no, she would open up with that. She's like, Mom, we're not having sex, all right? Lying ass.
Yeah, it's like,
no, I
don't bullshit me.
Yeah, but she's like, Mom, we're not having sex, and I don't know if we're ready. And then she's like, Hey, Mom, can we talk about sex? And Mom was like, go to bed, tomorrow. And I was like, oh man, she's trying to be open with her mom. And then there was another scene where she said, they had another fight, and then she cooled down. And she said, I don't know how I'm gonna do it at this play. I'm really nervous about the audition. And then Neve Campbell, she's like, oh, I used to be an actor. I used to be in theater. And she was like, really? Tell me about it. Go to school. I was like, oh, okay. See that.
Yeah, but if it's just a mom who had lived a normal life, I get it. But okay, if you try to get your mom to talk about something she didn't want to talk about, what does she do?
She's gonna talk about it.
Yes, please.
If I tell my mom to talk about something, she's gonna talk about it. Hey, listen, no, I'm not. Listen,
no,
I'm not.
I know. I feel like I can speak for you, but I know with my parents, if I try to bring up something they don't want to talk about, they would just yelled at my ass.
No, I get it. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm not telling anybody. I'm not. Y'all feel like you want to. I'm not telling anybody.
Okay.
Like my point is right. I'm just saying. I felt like both of them had trouble trying to communicate with each other, and I didn't feel like either one of them would be as shitty. I just thought like, hey, it's hard. It's a hard situation for them. And listen, these are for characters that I thought I would not like at all.
Sure,
but that's just me. I mean, I'm not saying if y'all see them as bitches and brats and all that stuff.
It's not so much that. It was just that the Tatum character just didn't feel realistic to me at a point where there was something horrible that happened, and the mom who's experienced in this is trying to tell her what to do, and she's like, "God, Mom, why are you being so controlling?" It's like, you just saw a body of your friend. Why are you acting like she's being unreasonable?
Well, it's also a thing like, Mom, you don't tell me about your past and blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, they keep talking about documentaries that have been made about it and news reports. It's like all that information in a book, all that information is out there. It's clear a version of what happened and why she wouldn't want to talk about it.
Yeah. But I just thought that's your mom. Who else you going to be close to? It's if you can't be close to your mom, it's a frustrating situation.
Yeah,
but that's the way I
that's where you go, you pull your dad aside. It's like, Dad, she won't talk to me. What is it? And he goes, all right, honey, here's what's going on, but don't tell your mom I said this.
Dad, hit her. No.
Yeah, shit. I saw what she did to the last person who did that.
Yeah. Nah, I they didn't bother me. Like I said, I can see they bother everybody else. They didn't bother me at all.
She was the weakest character in my opinion.
Yeah.
If anybody bothered me, it was her.
You know what? I think you know what? I tell you why they didn't bother me. Because, first of all, there were things that went back that they did. Man, they repeat things in this movie that clearly go back to Sydney. And that's why most of the time I'd be like, oh, y'all just regurgitating shit now. But because they related to Sydney and she was able to handle that situation being at one time, she had to go through it. I was like, okay, I like that. I liked Sydney and Tatum because I didn't find anybody else interesting at all. Everybody was pretty forgettable for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Joel McHale, I don't even know why he was here. Joe McHale is a charismatic, funny guy. He was about as straight laced as could be in here. I don't know. I was like, man, why you here? Like he don't tell a joke or anything. Like he's just the husband.
He did a little bit at first.
Yeah.
In the very, very first scene.
Yeah, he's about to get that ass.
Yeah. But you're right. After that, he's just the husband.
He's just the husband. That's it. And he's ineffectual, by the way. Yeah, he got him as a copy. He ain't do nothing. Sydney was better off without him. He didn't do. He got a gun and everything.
That's the whole point of the series. Sydney don't need a man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? Good. She didn't have one. Yeah, Joe McHale. I thought he was wasted in this, man.
Definitely underwritten as a character.
Yeah.
I will say that I thought that they did some. I didn't find any of these characters interesting, but I thought that they did some interesting things with the kills in the movie. Again, like this scene where they stabbed in the wall. I thought that was pretty well done. Also, that's the reason why I probably wasn't bored, because they started doing this process of elimination that kept me guessing as the people getting off.
Well, that's what Scream's supposed to do.
Yeah, but Ghostface got creative with some kills, man. I gave him big points for using a beer tap to kill somebody.
It's funny because I thought some kills were creative, and then there was a bunch that weren't, and I was like, well, other than that one, they aren't. And I was like, and then that beer tap came up. I was like, I stand corrected. Never mind.
I said, boy, now that is inspired.
Yeah.
Now that's using the old imagination right there. That's putting in some extra work. I thought that scenes like that, I thought some of the kills were thrilling. For a movie that is predictable as it is, I thought that it was playing pretty unpredictable in some parts, and it kept me on my toes for a little bit until it wasn't. Until everything was being very predictable. And there's a moment in this movie where it just started striking out with me. And I realized that I gave this movie 3 strikes. This movie hit the 3 strikes rule with me. I don't know.
Well, because I thought you were going to say there's one character that walks out and he might as well have, obviously it's me, written on his forehead.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that HelloFresh, man. No! Oh, man. He was, you know what? He was predictable. Predictable in his quality right there.
You just got killed by Ghostface. Right? You walked right into it.
Gutted me.
Hello, Julian.
What's your favorite meal?
That you can prepare it for yourself at home.
Man.
We must give a word out to our sponsor right now.
The audience at home going, no!
Don't go in there. Hey, man, but listen, if you're going to get ambushed by something, get ambushed by that HelloFresh right there. Makes frighteningly good meals, man. You know.
All right. God damn it.
What's wrong?
This is the meal that comes to you. They bring all the ingredients fresh to your door, and you make the meal yourself, a home-cooked meal. It brings everybody together with meals that are simple but delicious, and they're made by you. You can choose from more than 100 recipes every week, including cuisines from around the world. And every portion is there to satisfy everyone. Got bigger portions now. No one is going hungry up here in this HelloFresh. And you can choose from more than 35 high-protein recipes each week, including Mediterranean, and feel great with wholesome ingredients like sustainably sourced seafood and 100% antibiotic and hormone-free chicken. And also, there's 3 times the seafood with no upcharge at all. They also got that grass-fed steak ribeye. Oh, my God, I love that. And seasonal produce like pears, apples, and asparagus is delicious. Doesn't take a whole lot of time to cook. It's made by you and it's healthy. And if you use this code right now, not only do you get a good home cooked meal and the satisfaction knowing you made it yourself, you also get this free gift right here. So if you go to HelloFresh.com/doubletoasted10FM, you'll get 10 free meals plus a free Zwilling knife. That's a $150 value right there. And you get that on your 3rd box. Offer valid while supplies last. Free meals applied as discount on the 1st box. New subscribers only, and it varies by plan. I want to thank HelloFresh for sponsoring this portion of the show. I want to thank all of you out there for your support. Now back to the review. Silly. Oh, okay. So strike one with me on this. And y'all can tell me if you agree or not, and you will. You put me in my place earlier. That bitch was a brat. How you defending her? Well, they jumped my ass. She said, I'm like, hey.
I was like, thank God Martin's backing me up. And you just be like, you shut up.
That's probably you take your hand off and just hit me with it. Yeah, but we'll see if I get ambushed over here too, man.
All right.
So strike one with me, man. The whole AI thing that went on with this. So this is early in the movie, not spoiling anything, but someone is doing a deep dive, or not deep dive, deep fake of Stu Macher. Or are they? And I just don't think that that's a good way to bring back a legacy character like that, man. You know, it's a desperate move by the writers to add a gimmick because they know how thin that script is. Although I will say that Matthew Lillard is actually very good.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Yeah,
he was. And, you know, I guess it feels like all these movies have a gimmick. You know, what's your gimmick going to be? And this time it was AI or technology.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I wouldn't give that a strike.
Yeah, that's my strike. I'm not saying that. I'm not like I understand things are working for y'all. That was just my strike right there. But I'm glad to hear that y'all liked it. See, this is,
it's okay.
The way that they dole out the information for that, I thought it was all right. But it's the way that it plays out, it is goofy as shit.
Yeah, and I think it gets dumber as they go along.
Well, that I might agree on.
Yeah, by the time that we get to the end, it's just like, hey, it turned into AI slop. Like everything else. That's just like, y'all couldn't leave it alone. Y'all just went crazy with it.
Yeah. No,
but it led to a good line, I thought, near the end. When they were trying to like bring back all these different people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's too much for me. But hey, it might work for some people.
It's their thing.
Yeah. Strike two for me. Gail Weathers, Courtney Cox, man. I by this point they just shoving her ass and forcing her into these movies, man. Her appearance here is so shallow that now she's just an excuse to bring back two other characters that are also forced in here. Mindy and Chad. Chad is played by Mason Gooding and Mindy by Jasmine Savoy Brown, who I actually like these characters, but they are useless in this movie, man.
So Chad, was he in one of the other movies? A couple.
Yeah, he was. Okay,
Yeah,
that's where they got them from.
Right.
So now
right.
they became like her.
Like they found an excuse to bring him back.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think Mason Gooding is so good. Like especially in that Valentine's Day movie.
Oh, Hard Eyes.
Yeah, Hard Eyes.
No.
But even here, the little bit he has, his delivery on stuff, I was like, man, I like this guy.
That's what I'm saying. I like the characters, but they're useless for me. They just sit around annoying people talking about, you the killer. No, I think he the killer. And meanwhile, everybody's like, hey, look, if you just going to sit around and point in our faces and take bets on us while we're here in front of us, get the out. Make yourself useful. If not, then go.
Well, maybe one of them is the killer.
Yeah, maybe.
They came onto the scene out of nowhere.
Well, if it works out that way, then hey, maybe I'll change my mind. And boy, finally that ending. Strike three, I'm out this bitch. I'm done. I've had it. I've had it with this whole unmasking thing. Look, it's been getting silly for years, all right? But at this point in this movie, first of all, just like you said, I figured out the killer. I figured out the killer in the middle of the movie. And I don't even think I'm that smart with it. If you, let me just say this. If you've been watching these types of movies, or movies from a certain period as long as we have, you'll figure out who it is easily, man. And that's all I'll say. If I say any more, you will figure it out before you get in there. But the reasons for why these people become Ghostface, it's been getting more stretched out in with every movie, man. And it's so thin that it don't even make sense now. It's just stupid. When Ghostface at the end started explaining why he did what he did, it is so convoluted. It is so dumb. I'm like, what the are you talking about? Like, this makes no sense at all. And it wasn't making sense before, but this has to be the most nonsensical Scooby-Doo unmasking Ghostface explanation that they've done in a long time, if not the worst.
No. I would take umbrage to those words in as much as when a villain got unmasked on Scooby-Doo, they actually had a good reason for what they were doing.
Yeah, no, they had, a damn cartoon. Simple, straight to the point, understandable. I didn't understand what Ghostface was talking about here. It was because it was that dumb.
It's funny because the explanation, the longer it goes on, the less sense it makes. But I honestly have felt that way with the last 3 or 4 movies.
I have too. No, I have too. But this is that's what I'm saying. I'm done. For the last one, I've been like, all right, y'all did your thing. You pull some of this off, but this is dumb. This is stupid. Now it's almost like they've done it so much, and they're trying so hard to justify it now that even they can't make sense with it. It's almost like Ghostface was making it up as he went along.
Yeah, well, but like I said, with the last couple, 2 or 3, especially the last one, I was like, well, y'all put in a lot of work for something that don't even seem worth it. It is like you just made up reasons.
Yeah. No, I listen, as y'all can tell.
And the thing about that one, it was so much more convoluted. Like with this movie, I don't know if they just had a lower budget. They just wanted to keep it short, but it being short made it more bearable.
Yeah, well, listen, y'all
kept it simple.
You've heard me say some nice things about it. You heard me be sincerely complimentary towards certain parts of the movie, but also by the time it got to the end, that was so bad. It was so stupid. It was so over complicated and convoluted with that explanation. I'm like, I'm done. You were playing it, like you say, pretty lean before. And as I said, the movie was moving along just fine. And by the time we got there, it's almost like, man, I was kind of not really thinking it was good. I was applauding you for pulling it off, and then you just came up and slapped the shit out of me for no reason.
I don't know if it was for no reason.
Yeah. Well,
did you like that? Yeah, I kind of.
Yeah. Why'd you do that? Yeah, obviously, I do not like this movie very much, but I'll let these guys tell how they feel about it. Elaborate.
Well, I ever since the first movie or so, I haven't put these movies on a pedestal. They're just another franchise to me. And they do a lot of the same things. And this one's no different. But like I said, it's short, it's lean. I was like, it's fine, I guess. I mean, as far as the reveal and the whole, reason behind it, the motive, I just felt like, this is feels like another movie where they could have wrote or shot different endings, like depending on who they thought who's going to surprise the audience the most and then came up with reasons for that. Yeah. But its brevity went a long way with me. Like watching it, like you, I was like, I know it's been getting bad reviews. I didn't read any of them, but I was like, I don't know. I mean, it's okay, I guess, for a Scream sequel. It felt like something earlier in the franchise than later, but I don't know. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever.
For me, it straight up felt like a filler episode.
Yeah.
But I like this flavor, so I was accepting of that. And the gimmicks that I spotted was enough for it to carry it along. But this doesn't hold a candle to the last 2 movies or even the last 3, So I didn't walk out necessarily mad at it. I think that in the long run, this setup could be paid off later when they make fun of it. Which is something that the franchise has been known to do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Well, what would you rate it?
I don't know. I mean, I'd probably give it a high rental.
What about you?
I would give it probably like a high rental. I was almost at a matinee. I had a lot of fun watching it because for me, the main gimmick was spot the 7. And there's a lot of stuff where they have camera movements or there are things that are in the shape of 7. And I thought that was fun to spot. And rewatching it, I could see that being fun. But other than that, Matthew Lillard is awesome, but it's kind of lame. But I didn't hate it. I had fun. I'd give it a high rental.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hate it either, but I disliked it. I disliked it very much. I don't like you, Scream 7. Not at all. No.
I thought we were friends.
No. This played it so safe that it played itself. Got really stupid, making this. This is what really gets me with this. That first movie is so good. I can understand if you're gonna cash in on it, but man, you got to be careful when you make these. And they made their money, so they did what they wanted to do. But this turned into the cliched product that the original made fun of.
That's true.
I mean, this and because of that, that's an insult to the original. I mean, you didn't even. I told you, I was not expecting anything when I was watching. I said, as long as it entertains its fans, that's fine. And for some, it did. But I just saw moments where you could have actually easily gone in and done just a little bit of what the first movie did. That ending with the convoluted, pretty much monologuing. A smarter script would have easily came in and made fun of that. They would have come in and done what the original Scream had done and commented on that. And they couldn't have done that. You're so lazy not even trying when there's an obvious setup there for you to do. That is very much true to what the original did. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm caught between an extremely low rental and some high old bullshit with this. I did not like this at all, but I did enjoy some parts of it.
Wait a minute. You didn't like it at all, but you enjoyed some parts.
Well, I didn't like it at all as a complete film. There were little bits in there that I thought were good standalone, and I was hoping that it would somehow be more cohesive at the end or all work together as a full movie. But those little things I like, they work as a standalone. They don't work they don't work to make this movie any better. So yeah, man, I might just give this a high some old bullshit. I just think that this is extremely, again, I use this a lot, but I told you, I draw the line when a movie is a straightforward just cash in, cash grab. And that's what this is. You have an opening that does not relate to the rest. It has no significance to the rest of the movie at all. It actually has a huge event in there that doesn't lend itself to the movie at all. You have characters in here that mean nothing. There's no memorable characters to walk away from here. And the characters that are there feeling tired except for Sydney. So yeah, man, I just talked to myself in a whole bullshit. I was going to be nice, but I went off. I did not like this at all, man. I'm sorry, you going to say something?
I mean, it sounds like either way that, you're giving it a splat.
Yeah, if it was on Rotten Tomatoes, no matter what, it'd be a splat. So it doesn't really matter. I'm not recommending it at all. I'm recommending it at most to watch it on video so you can see those good parts. And even then, I think you have a better time with it. Like I said, man, there was some parts in there where I thought it would show promise.
And as I said, as a fan of this franchise, I think that there is some fun to be had to watch it with other fans. And I think over time, I'll be curious how I'll feel about it, in a couple of years and go back and rewatch it.
Honestly, after I Know What You Did Last Summer, this is a huge step up because I could have been that.
Yeah.
At least this had some decent self-aware bits. There are points where it's there it is. That is what you should have been doing the whole time.
I might have gone for a rental or a low rental had they not had that terrible ending, but that just blew my mind. It was hurting my brain listening to Ghostface explain this stupid shit. I was like, just stop, because it doesn't make sense anyway. You just need to quit. I don't want to hear this shit. Yeah, you see. No, I don't see a damn thing.
Actually,
I have a seat. I'll explain it to you.
I would love to talk to you though about did you guess who the killer is in a certain way? I mean, I know it's a complicated question.
It is a complicated question.
But if you just kind of hint towards a yes or no without spoiling anything.
I would say halfway. How about that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of there with you on that. Yeah. It was. Something was very obvious. So yeah.
And
what? Yeah.
Even though I didn't catch it, some casting was a tip off.
Yeah. Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.